And bring the chief up for just a minute here to a little public service announcement. Keep in mind that the views expressed by the chief are not necessarily those of the management of the Natural Fudge or of this particular MC. Bullshit. Chief, tell them what you got here, and let's see if we can get some signatures here and get McDonald's in business.
All right. Yeah, well, you know, we have some people say we have a drug problem in this country. And we do. There ain't enough marijuana, it ain't legal, and it ain't cheap, you know? Yeah, right. We have 22 signatures so far tonight, and of course we want a lot more. Whoever hasn't signed it tonight, I'll be walking down the aisles here for you to sign a petition. And for a little treat, I'll sing the song I wrote to legalize marijuana. It's a parody of Merle Haggard's Okie from Muskogee, called my impression of Merle Haggard on marijuana, and my hoot and howl and hump stump and hallelujah hippie song. And it goes like this. Well, I'm not so humble hippie from Humboldt County, and we don't make no moonshine in them there hills, but we do grow that healthy herb called marijuana, and wish we all could enjoy it cheap and legal too. Now we don't say yippee to pharmaceutical poisons, and we tell our children to forget about alcohol and tobacco too. And we wish you all would call your local elected crook and say forget the lottery and legalize the pottery today. Now we don't burn no American flags up in Humboldt County, but we would like to wash it clean of crime and corruption and not saddle our children with this pile of debt that was created by horse manure and greed. Well, we're not so humble hippie from Humboldt County, and we don't make no moonshine in their hills, but we do grow that healthy herb called marijuana, and wish we all could enjoy it cheap and legal too. Now, I was standing on the curb last week smoking a marijuana cigarette. This fool came up to me and says, "Hey, you can't do that, that's illegal." I said, "What do you mean?" It says right down here on the curb that this is a loading zone. And we need more loading zones, okay? Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine found some marijuana in his kid's room and pissed him off. This is marijuana. Yeah. Thank you. Now,
The chief. Everybody sign his petition. Even if you don't smoke pot, you know, just make it easier for those of us who do. Anyhow, thank you, Chief. It's been a pleasure having you here once again. He was talking about burning flags and all that. Everyone here is like politically minded, I'm sure. I was thinking about the Persian Gulf thing and all the protesting that was going on and everything with that. Did anyone happen to notice, this is a very astute observation on my part, so I like to think so anyhow, but the #1 protester of all time, Jane Fonda, kept her mouth shut during this whole thing. Jane has protested everything from Vietnam right up till this point. Now, does anyone have any idea why Jane kept her mouth shut? Did she want to come up and tell the joke? Does she know the punchline? Brett? Oh, no, I mean, I'm all up for the audience input, you know. Maybe see if you're reading my mind. I'm sure you are. It's like an open book there for the whole world to read. But the reason that Jane has kept her mouth shut is because the person who's made the most money off the war in the Persian Gulf is Ted Turner, because he owns CNN. And their advertising costs have skyrocketed. So I figured Ted shoved something in Jane's mouth and kept her shut through the whole thing. Slapped a gag order on her. So anyhow, make sure you sign the chief's petition. And I'm going to bring up the next comedian right now. His name is Dave Edison.
And you. Anyway, you can see that I'm very happy to be here. Maybe I'm in a little rush to get home.